Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to rotate the live camera preview in Flutter Android using CameraX with Media 3 effect as well as for image capture. So yeah, let's get started. So first you need to use at least Flutter 3.32.0. If you use version lower than that, you will face lot of build Gradle issue when you try to run the application. So it's better you use at least Flutter 3.32.0 or higher. Okay, so I have created a Flutter project. So first you need to go to main.dart, and here you have to add few imports. Dart.io, this is the my camera view dart file which I have created, which I'll come back shortly. But this is the project name, my project name, Flutter app. So you will have to write here your own project name. This is the material, and this is the services.dart as well. Now this is boilerplate code which you have to write every time you want like you create a Flutter project, right? So yeah, I have not changed anything over here. So here is my homepage widget. So you can see we are only concentrating on Android, Flutter Android. So here I'm just checking if platform is Android. Then we are making it false at default, because even for requesting camera permission I'm writing native code. Sorry, one more thing which I forgot to tell you. All the things which I will be writing related to camera, everything will be native code. I'm not using any third-party library, because making it work with third-party library is very difficult. That's why I'm not using a third-party library for this. So here I have created a method channel for camera permission. Inside the init state, we first request for camera permission. So here we are invoking a method. So you have to define a method with same name on native Android side as well. So here you will get a value. If it is true, we just change this to true. Okay, and here inside build, if permission is granted, then we just create a safe area. Else safe area with our camera view, else we just display a text saying give camera permission. Okay, so hopefully till here everything is clear. Then here I just created one my camera view.dart file. So here I have imported dart.io, Flutter material, Flutter services as well. Then here is our stateful widget of camera. Here I have created a method channel of camera view. Again, same name, you will have to use it on native Android side. Here is our image URL. So once we take a photo, we'll get the image URL from native Android side. Okay, and if platform is Android and image URL is not equal to empty, then we display the image using image.file by passing the file image URL. Okay, else we display the Android view by passing the camera view. So the Android view will have the actual camera preview as well as the take photo button. And here for all of the platform, I'm just displaying a placeholder. This on platform view created method is called once the view is created, and here we set a callback handler as well. So we are listening for this particular key. So again, same key we'll have to use it on native Android side as well. This key will help us to send the URL of the captured image back to Flutter side. So here once we get it, we just update it to this particular state. Next you will have to go to the Android folder. You have to go to app build.gradle.kts. Here you will have to add this dependencies block. Here I am adding camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, then the camera view, this Android X camera media 3 effect, which is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video, then Android X media 3 effect as well, and we also use a constraint layout. So if this particular version do become stable, make sure you use the stable version because that is very important. Okay, next thing is you will have to go to src main android manifest.xml. Here firstly you have to add this uses feature of cameras just to check whether the device has camera or not. Then we require the camera permission as well as write external storage permission. Also let me quickly run my application as well. If you want, you can run from the Flutter run command as well. I am just using Android Studio to run it because I will be showing you the output with the help of Android Studio because I'm mirroring my device. Okay, that's why. Then you will have to go to Kotlin, go to main activity. This should be your own package name, don't change it. So firstly you will have to write all these imports. Then you will already see this class main activity Flutter activity, so you will have to add this curly brace. So first here you can see we are taking the camera permission as well as write external storage permission. Method channel result is used for sending values back to Flutter side. Here we override this on request permission result, and if the permission has been granted, we just send back true, else we send back false. This is just a helper method just to check whether all permissions was granted or not. Then here we override this configure Flutter engine method. So here you can see we are registering our view, and here we are referencing one Kotlin file which I will come back shortly. Then here is our method channel for camera permission as well, and if the if this method is equal to get camera permission, then we request for camera permission. Once user grant the permission, it will come, the callback comes over here. So hopefully you got the point. Now before I show you rest of the code, let's quickly go to the output. So here you can see I'm mirroring my device, so the output might be little bit laggy, just bear with me over here. So I'll first give the camera permission, and here you can see our camera view has been rotated. So yeah, that's what this is. And if you see on line 241, the rotation has been by 45 degrees or 45. So yeah, you can change this to whatever you feel like. I can just click on take. I'll just move my camera as well just to prove it to you. Okay, and I can just click on take photo as well, and it will capture the photo for me and display that photo inside an image view. Now here you might be wondering why I'm getting this black color thing. It's because I'm making the camera occupy the entire width and height of the screen, but given that it is rotated, it is not able to occupy. So hopefully you got the point. So yeah, that's it. Next you will have to go to this my camera view factory.kt. Now this is boilerplate code which you have to write every time you want to embed a native Android view inside your Flutter application. So don't worry too much about it. Only thing which I will tell you, this should be your own package name which you see inside main activity. Rest everything you can just copy paste it, and yeah, don't worry too much about it. So this is the missing part as well, in case if you're not able to see it. Okay, and here we again initialize my camera view. Okay, so if you come over here, this is the main file which contains the code. Again, this should be your own package name. Okay, so here we have lots of imports, so feel free to pause the video and just copy all this code. Then here we are annotating with @unstable API, because at the time of me writing this video, this rotate media 3 effect is still bit unstable. Even though the library is stable, the media 3 effect is unstable. So yeah, that's why. Then here we have this image capture, then we have this process camera provider, here we have the constraint layout, here we have the preview view, and here we have our button. Preview view is basically the camera preview which you see, so it is called as viewfinder. Here is our method channel for sending the image URL back. Here is our executor service, here is the file name format, and inside init we set the constraint layout params. Then we initialize a constraint set, then we constrained it to the preview view or the viewfinder to all sides of the screen, and from the bottom we just leave 200 margin. And here is our button for take photo as well. We constrain it to the bottom of the screen. We add a click listener to it as well. Here is our take photo button. Here is our setup camera. Inside setup camera we just start our camera. We initialize our camera executor. Inside take photo we first get hold of our image capture. Here we do simple date format. Then we do content values dot apply, passing the display name mime type, and if Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Then here we have image capture dot output file option, setting in the content resolver external content URI as well. Then we do image capture dot take picture. Then here we override the on image saved. So here we just invoke a method called send from native. So once here we get the path of the saved image, then we just do camera executor dot shutdown. We unbind our camera provider. This is just a helper method to get the path of the saved image as well, so which we are using it over here. Then inside get view, override this method return constraint layout. Inside dispose we shut down our camera executor. Here is our start camera, for we do aspect ratio strategy as well as resolution selector. Then we do process camera provider dot get instance. Then we just do camera provider future dot get. We initialize our preview view. We initialize our image capture as well. We get hold of our default back camera. Then we do use case group dot builder, add our preview use case as well as image capture. Then here is our media 3 effect as well. Then here we set the effects for scale, rotate, transform. We set the rotation degree of 45 degrees. Then here we add the media 3 effect to our use case group builder. We unbind our camera provider. We bind it to the life cycle. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Feel free to post your questions in the comments if you have any. Thank you for watching. Bye.